My name is Wallice, and these are records of my life.
Thank you for being on Records in My Life, first of all. Your new record, Jester, which is seems appropriately titled and considering the times we're living in right now. It's great timing, by the way, but congratulations and tell us a bit about the record, which is dropping in, I think, 48 hours,
Yeah,
probably less.
yeah, that's scary. Uh, Technically, I guess tomorrow night. It's my debut album. I've been working on it the last 2.5 years, I guess. Um, it's about kind of imposter syndrome and just being an entertainer in this world and this industry and how silly and like sad it could be, but also how hopeful I am for the future, and ambitious. I'm still ambitious, even though it's hard. Um, yeah, I'm really proud of it. I don't know. I'm so excited.
Yeah, totally naturally. Can you tell us a bit about the record, where you recorded it, and who you collaborated with, and all those exciting things?
Yeah, I have been working with one of my best friends, David Marinelli, on everything I've ever made, music wise. I met him when I was 10 years old in middle school, and he we did my first three EPs together, and then I we wanted to like take this, since it's the debut album, to the next level, and we wanted someone who's made an album before, who knows how to do it. And we had a session before with Mikey Freedom Hart, and we loved the way he worked, and he was very supportive of my music, and so we asked him if he would want to like co-produce the album, and he was excited to. So we went out to New York for 2 weeks in January. That's where he lives. He has a studio there. And we just worked from morning until middle of the night. Just kind of like really, I knew it was only like 2 weeks there to work, and then we had a couple more days here. Um, but it was really a great experience. I've never recorded a full album. I had all the songs already written, and we also got to do one day at Electric Lady, which was my first time there, and
Wow.
that was literally a dream. The whole time I was there, I was like, "Who let me in here?" Because there's just like all these iconic records all over, and it's just an amazing studio. It's like worth the hype. And we recorded trumpet and saxophone and violin there. And we also had one more day in New York at a studio called Diamond Mine. And it was in Long Island City, and they record everything to tape. And so we did the focus track, Flash in the Pan. A majority of it was there.
Did you feel any of the ghosts at Electric? Because that's a historical spot. I mean, there's so many great records that have been.
Maybe if I was alone, I would have picked up more ghost energy, but I was just so excited, and I was like with like a group of people, so no ghosts for me that time.
Thanks so much for taking the time for being on Records of My Life. I know you're busy. The record's dropping. I was reading you started singing at a very young age, but a few years later on, you studied jazz and jazz vocal performance. Give us your fans and our audience a couple of of the records that were really inspiring you.
Yeah, I went to a performing arts high school, and that's where I started vocal jazz choir. And I just really loved standards. I love Ella Fitzgerald, and I mean, Bossa Nova and Astrud Gilberto are my favorite, um, jazz wise. And so went to the New School of Jazz for a year for vocal jazz performance, but I dropped out. I still love jazz, but like singing wise, I've always loved like Radiohead since I was little, and Thom Yorke's voice is so beautiful. And I feel like obviously so many people love Radiohead, but I don't think like his voice is talked about enough. Like
Hmm.
it's just Radiohead is cool in general, but I really love his solo work, The Smile, and Radiohead. I'm a stan. And then I also really love when I was in living in New York, I heard Big Thief for the first time, and I've been obsessed with Adrian Linker and Big Thief since then as well. And then what else? And I also loved my mom would play like Fiona Apple in the car when I was little, and I love her voice as well.
What a cool mom to play such great, interesting artists. I just wanted to jump back to Radiohead. I know they're one of the world's biggest bands and all, but they're one of the most referenced bands on the show by artists because they make so many different interesting types of records and they change and also The Smile are great band and Thom Yorke's solo career, so many interesting moments. But you have a favorite record from Radiohead?
In Rainbows. I do love OK Computer too, but In Rainbows, I don't know if it's just because like that was the first one I heard when I was like 14, but it's still my favorite. I can listen to it front to back any time of day, any
It is
day.
great. It's a great record. I was reading how you were touring. You did some big arena shows with the 1975, which must have been a pretty cool and interesting experience. What record would you like to hear live in its entirety if you had a chance? It doesn't have to be in an arena, but like in a theater or something like that.
I mean, In Rainbows. I haven't.
Right.
I've never gotten to see Radiohead live. But I did see The Smile like 2 years ago, and that was very amazing. So either like In Rainbows or OK Computer, I would love to see entirety.
Let's go answer some fun questions now. You got a
Hmm.
job, you got hired to DJ a dental convention, and the floor is not moving. It's like, you've been spinning records for about half an hour, and finally you're gonna drop a record, and it's gonna get because you dance to it all the time on your own, and it's gonna get the floor moving. What record do you drop?
I'm either gonna put I'm gonna switch in between Brat and Short and Sweet because it's just like good, easy pop music. And I'm not like I'm pretty picky with my pop, and I was very impressed by Short and Sweet and Brat.
My dear friend is trying to get his son back. He's out of this long-term relationship and he's trying to get his son back into the dating game and he wants him to he's obsessed with music as a viewer and myself and your whatever. But what's a good record to play? A nice romantic record, not in a just to relax the mood and the flow of the date.
Gets Gilberto by Stan Getz and Joao Gilberto. It has the girl from Ipanema on
Oh
it. It's just
yes.
like chill. I mean, it also is one of the most popular probably jazz records sold, but Getz slash Gilberto.
And the vocals are so, you know what? I know because the vocals in that song too are just like you can't not relax and ease the tension in a song like that.
I love bossa nova.
You've had a great opportunity. You've been invited to take a trip in a rocket. Let's say Richard Branson invited you. Which record or soundtrack do you take up with you?
Time to Melt by Sam Evian.
That's amazing and how fast and how you came up with that. And he's
It's one of my favorite albums. He's amazing. He's so underrated. I don't know why everyone doesn't know him. Yeah, I love that album. And it's fitting for like outer space vibes, at least based on his music videos.
We are a Canadian-based show, so for your Canadian fans and our Canadian audience, please give us your favorite Canadian record.
The Party by Andy Schaaf.
Oh, beautiful
That's
record.
another one of my favorite records.
On to the speed round, and we'll let you get on with your day. Weed, water, or wine to listen to or write.
Water. I don't I don't weed and I rarely wine. So water. And I don't drink enough water, so I need more water.
Don't feel bad at all. Coffee with an artist, alive or dead?
I just want to talk to Lana Del Rey. I just want to hang out with her.
She seems like she'd be pretty easygoing and
She seems really sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Record of your high school years, the first record you think of.
Blue by Weezer.
Words of wisdom for your fans and our audience.
If you want to be in music, just keep going, keep trying, and one day it'll happen.
The show is really nothing without you. So please like or subscribe or check out our Patreon. And this year we've switched it up and you can win a record just for leaving a comment. Thank you again and we love you. Peace.